Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Beyond Boardroom Business. This one right here, this episode is very dear to me. And wait till you get to meet the person. The person that is amazing. Her name is Mrs. Ernise Cummings, and she is someone that I've come to learn, and I feel her sincerity. This woman is definitely standing in her calling, and she knows what she's here to do. And her history is just so vast. It's so much to this amazing woman. I just can't wait to get started. But in the meantime, I'm your host, Coach Stephanie, and this again is Beyond Boardroom Business. So without further ado, let's get started by meeting Mrs. Ernise Cummings, who is a philanthropist and the visionary founder of Secret Miracles, Inc., which is transforming lives one student at a time. So welcome, Miss Ernise Cummings. How are you today?
I am fantastic, Coach Stephanie. I'm amazing.
That's awesome. That's what's up. I love it. I love it. Man, I mean, when I went through your bio, it was just so much to you. You blow me away with all the different things that you have done in the past, what you're doing now, and your vision for the future. You are very powerful. So thank you. Thank you for this being a trailblazer and making a difference. I want to definitely start off by saying that.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So please let us know a little bit about you, your background, where you've been, and who you are.
All right. Well, I am Ernise Cummings. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I have over 43 years with the federal government in contracting and small business. I am the founder and CEO of Secret Miracles, Inc. Secret Miracles, Inc. is a nonprofit where we train students on college prep, career planning, and entrepreneurship. We also give out scholarships on an annual basis, and we partner with many of the local and national nonprofits. Our mission is to ensure that we move our students up the ladders so that they will become future leaders of the United States and abroad.
Woo, that is amazing. So what got you into this? How did it all start?
Well, Secret Miracles started, over, I would say 30 years ago now. I was a parent, a single parent of three
Oh,
beautiful children. And I was confused on the school system. So I partnered with some of my local sisters and girlfriends, and we started reaching out and learning how to get our children through the school system. So, as a single parent, if some of you are, I'm sure some of you are, it's hard sometimes. It's very hard sometimes to figure things out, when you don't have a partner supporting you. So, I've always invested in teaming, and it takes a village. Trust me, it takes a village to raise a child. So, I was fortunate enough to have a couple of ladies, I call them senior ladies in my life, that helped me navigate the system of raising my children so that they could be the professionals that they are today. So way back 30 plus years ago, we would watch each other kids, help each other kids do homework, et cetera, till where it became a movement. And all of us who are, thank God, blessed to still be alive, all of our kids are professionals. They have amazing spouses. They have amazing jobs. And I believe it was contributed to the unity of those sisters that got together and helped one another.
wow, that is nice. And I'm glad that you all did that. It shows that people can work together. And it's about the youth because they are our future and
Mhm.
they depend on us. So yeah, thank you for that. And you raised three phenomenal children.
Yes, I
Congratulations for the
did.
assets to society.
Yes,
And
I did.
you mentioned being a single parent. So, what kind of challenges did you have, and what kept you inspired to do what you needed to do?
Well, being a single parent means there's only one of you.
Yeah.
And one of you was not made to do all things. But as single parents, as some of you know, we have to do most all things. So when you employ others to become that second individual with you as one, I believe that is the key. So being a single parent, I did have a lot of challenges, but by the grace of God, He brought me through. He put people in my life, not only on my job, but in my family and in my community and in my church. And through those extended families and friends and associates, I was able to achieve the goal of raising my three kids to be who they are today.
That is great. And single parent, or for those who are blessed to have two parents that are positive influences in their lives, again, it is important that children are raised in a positive environment with parents who really love them. That's the most important thing. Now, with you raising three children and persevering through all the different challenges you've had, how did you keep um, how did you keep your sanity?
Well, I kept my sanity by believing in that God has me where I need to be. I kept
Yes.
my sanity by listening to my elders who have already lived what I was living through. And I kept my sanity just by being someone that was inquisitive to learn how to better myself. So when you speak of keeping your sanity, that involves a lot because when you have a lot of challenges, sometimes you get thrown off. But you always have to have the mindset that, hey, if I don't take care of my kids, who will? And that's kind of like what I kept in the forefront of my head because even though I had assistance from others, I knew it was my responsibility, Coach Stephanie, to make sure that my kids grew up to be what I knew would make them productive citizens. So, in keeping my sanity, I also did things that gave me relief. I also participated in external events. I gave to others of myself, and that helped me along the way to keep my sanity to be who I am today.
Oh, yeah. And how did you inspire your children just by telling them, teaching them, and having the right people? Is that all of the ingredients needed to make sure?
No, 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 no. We as parents, whether you're a single parent or you have both parents or you have adopted parents, it doesn't matter. I think the way we live our life, Coach Stephanie, I think the way that we present ourselves to our children, I think that when we exhibit to them that there is no room for you not to do what I say for you to do. And also, I think when you let your kids know that you are the boss, not that you can't listen to what they say, because we all should do that and give them grace. But my three kids knew that their mom was no joke. She was on the path. They were on the path. They did not want for anything. You see, so sometimes we have situations, coach, where, we give the kids everything because we want them to be better than what we have and where we were. But one thing I can say, my kids did have everything, but they also had discipline. They also had to exhibit manners. They also had to do their homework. If for some reason they didn't do something, I gave them the opportunity to explain. And if it was measurable or acceptable, yeah, mine wasn't that hard. But when you give a child responsibility and you hold them accountable, that goes a long way.
Yes, yes, yes. And while you were raising these future leaders, you were also working. So, how were you able to stabilize your household with raising children and working? And I mean, you had some phenomenal positions. So, how were you able to balance the two?
With the help of my family, especially my sisters, my blood sisters. Some of them stepped up to the plate. They would pick my kids up. They would keep them at their homes when I had to travel a lot. And then I have my external girlfriends who are still dear to me that also stepped in with watching the kids, picking them up from school as well, cooking meals for them, et cetera, et cetera. And also watching them when I had to go on my trips for my employer. But not only did I have to work, Coach Stephanie, I started on my associate's degree in my 20s. And then I went on to get my bachelor's. And then I went on to get my master's. And
Hmm.
like I said, my blood sisters and my God given sisters were there for me 100%, plus my brother in laws and other guys that I knew that helped me with my son. Because, sometimes as a single mother and you have a boy child, you don't know everything. So I was blessed to have my brother in law step in, and also as some great friends, men friends we are still friends till this day, that stepped in and helped me with my boy, and my sister girls helped me with my girls. So Miss Ernise not only worked for the government, traveled for the government, went 9 to 5, but I also accomplished my degrees as well.
Wow. And you said over 43 years? Wow. So,
That's
what do you
right.
do in general? What do you do with the government?
What do I do? I started off being a supply clerk way back in 1997, I think it was. Anyway, and then I moved up from that to a contracts person, and then I went to small business. So over 43 years, my main role was contracting, and now I am a small business deputy right
Mm,
now for the Department of Defense under the Army Corps of Engineers. And what that means is that I ensure that small businesses receive opportunities to get government contracts. In addition to that, I am a mentor with the Small Business Administration, the SCORE department, and we provide free mentoring to small businesses with who are trying to be entrepreneurs or who may already have businesses but need some assistance along the way.
mm. Wow. I mean, you know, with all you do, and you're able to volunteer with SCORE, which is a great organization. Wow. It shows that you don't only talk the talk, you walk the walk. This is the essence of who you are. And wow. So, with you having all these years of experience with the government, what have you come to learn about entrepreneurs? Is there some kind of general thing that they all need that they're missing? Or, I mean, help us out, help us entrepreneurs out. How can we better ourselves as entrepreneurs?
Well, one thing that I tell all entrepreneurs and small businesses that I come in contact with, you got to believe in your own business. Because if you don't believe in your own business, nobody else will. Okay. I mean, I do have the opportunity to sit down and talk with entrepreneurs and small business. Believe it, every day of my life. That is what I do on Saturdays and on Sundays, because as a dedicated mentor, that's what it takes, because you can have a small business that run into a crisis, and sometimes they just need to pick up the phone, and guess what? It's not a Monday through Friday. It might be a Saturday or it might be a Sunday. So there are times when I do avail myself, and I will get on the phone and talk a small business or entrepreneur down off the ladder because something didn't work, and give them assurance that, hey, if you do this or you do that, it's going to be okay. So they first, Coach Stephanie, have to believe in their own business. They also have to be smart enough to know if they don't know it, somebody else out there do know it. And finally, they have to solicit other help from other people that believe in their mission.
Mm,
It's one thing to get help from others, but it's another thing to get help from those who've been where you're trying to go or where you're trying to be, because those individuals could help stop you from the pitfalls. They can
yeah.
help you from making really, really, really bad decisions. And if you employ those three things, believing in yourself, getting information from somebody who already know it, and soliciting individuals who have been where you're trying to go or are where you are. To me, that's the most three important things an entrepreneur or a small business can put in their toolbox to help them be successful.
Whew. Yes. The way you speak, it just shows that you definitely have years of experience in this game. Have you had mentors along the way throughout your life to help you stay
Oh,
on
of
that?
course, of course.
Mhm, mhm,
I've
mhm.
had mentors from when I was a child all the way up to now. I still have mentors.
Yeah.
I never ever would tell anybody to try to go at whatever you're trying to do, whether it's a business, go to college, or being a housewife, a mom or whatever. We all need mentors because a
Yeah.
mentor stands for someone that can provide you guidance in the areas that you need assistance in.
Woo, that is so true. So, with your nonprofit organization, tell me about some of the people that you've helped change their lives.
Well, for me, my biggest group of people are students. I love students. And the reason why I love helping students, you know why?
Why?
Because they have no preconceptions.
Ooh,
They're like brand new.
yeah.
They're inquisitive, they're excited, they're ambitious. And I feel that those characteristics is an open door for achievement. So
Mm.
students are my favorite group. Not that older people aren't, but students are my favorite group as they tend to want to get in your head. They want to challenge you. They want to know why you know what you know. How can I know what you know? Et cetera, et cetera. So students are my heart, and with Secret Miracles, we value our students. The students can range from elementary, middle school, high school, college, vocational school, trade school, entrepreneurship. It doesn't matter. As long as you are a student and
Mhm.
you are seeking advancement and you have the desire and the willingness to learn and move forward, Secret Miracles is here for you. At Secret Miracles, we also look at where you want to go in life. Let's say you're a high school student and you're thinking about college, but you're really not sure if you want to go to college. Well, maybe college is not for you. Maybe owning
Mhm.
your own business is for you. So we help students make those type of decisions. We also help students decide how they're going to fund their college adventure or their entrepreneurship. Nothing is free. You have to figure it out. And I stress to students that are going to college, please do not take out student loans. Let's figure
Mhm.
out another way to get through the college experience without leaving that institution with a big bill that's going to suck up
Mhm.
your check once you get a job. So that's just some of the things that we do. We also partner, like I said, with a lot of other nonprofits that's in the educational field. And that in itself builds a conglomerate of what I call the network, what I
Mm.
call the village. Because as I said earlier, and anybody that know me know I always say, you cannot do this alone. So, back to your question to me, students are my favorite because they can be trained, they are willing to learn, and they will always, always take what you give them. A good student will always take what you give them. And guess what? They're going to take it to the next level
Mhm.
because they are smart, they are kind, and they are definitely intelligent.
Man, they definitely are. The next generations are they're really smarter. Yeah. And they have us. So, what if someone wants to join your organization to become a mentor? What's the process?
Well, for us, it's simple. My website is running across the bottom of this podcast, secretmiraclesinc.org. And we have a contact us button up there. You can click on it. You can send me an email and you could say, hey, Miss Ernise, I saw the podcast. I was on your website and I need to know, how can I become a mentor? We have mentors all over the world. And if you
Wow.
go on our website under the frequent asked questions section, we will show you all the type of mentors that we're looking for. Our mentors are mostly virtual. We have local mentors, but we believe in virtualism because when you are virtual, you can reach so many people just by podcast, just by Zoom, just by Google Meet and all that other stuff. So I employ all of these virtual tools so that individuals can be mentored. And that's pretty much how you can become a mentor. Now you got to have some credentials. You're going to have to get a background check because we
Yes.
protect our students. We are
Yeah.
very serious about protecting our
Awesome.
students. And there is never a one-on-one mentor with a
Mm,
mentee without one of the senior people on my staff being present
I
because
love it.
we have to protect those students and we have to protect you as mentors.
Yes. I mean, wow. That says a lot because there's so much that's going on in society where we see people in trusted positions are really taking advantage of the youth.
Mhm.
And the youth have to live with that. I mean, while they're growing. So it's so necessary that we have organizations like yours that exist. So, with you just explaining about mentors, what about the students that would like to apply? Is there a certain criteria that they have to meet?
Um, Pretty much I would say yes.
Okay.
Have to be serious about your future. You
Mm.
have to kind of know where you want to go, what field you want to be in. You also have to come with a willing mind and spirit. You have to exhibit that you're going to be dedicated to the cause. Because believe it or not, even though we do what we do for free, it costs us money. And there are partners, there are sponsors, there are just individual people out there who give Secret Miracles funds so that a student can receive these valuable resources for free.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you are a student and you have some of those characteristics and you would like some assistance from Secret Miracles, once again, you can go to our website and you could drop me a line and tell me about yourself. I just want to share this. A young man wrote me about it's a month now. And he said he was on the website and he figured he would reach out. Well, guess what? He did reach out. He was a great fit and he will be showcased in our future leaders piece.
Oh,
I would
wow.
say either in June or July. So it
Wow.
is possible for you to receive our services for free. But remember, we're not a joke. We are serious. So if
Ooh,
you're not a joke and you're serious and you know where you want to go, but just need some mentoring to get there, drop us a line at
mm,
secretmiraclesinc.org.
ooh. So let me ask you this. There are a lot of adults that don't know what they want to do. Because, I mean, if you think about it, people go to school, they graduate from in one industry and then end up doing something else. So, what if the child does not know exactly what to do? How can you help them figure it out?
Well, we sit down with each student that we accept and we do like a little assessment. And we
Okay.
don't say, hey, you need to know if you want to be a nurse today. We kind of work with them and kind of see what they like. And eventually it comes out what they want to do. Because you know what? Whatever's in your heart and whatever your passion is, Coach Stephanie, it will come out in conversation. And
Okay.
that's kind of sort of how we, mentor the students who really don't know what they want to do. But I can tell you, I've been doing this since 2014. And
Mm.
I can assure you, every student we've had, they literally know what they want to do on some point. They might change later on, but they know
Okay.
what they want to do.
Okay. Now,
You
can
might
you
have
tell the difference?
approved. Look, we might not approve of some of their ideas, and we have to convince them there's no money in that because everybody can't be a rapper. Okay. So we have to work through that sometimes. But we normally get down to what they want to do.
That's
Okay.
good. That's good. Now, can you tell the difference when their parents are saying you need to be a doctor or it comes from within?
I haven't had that experience.
Okay,
I've not
good.
had one parent interfere with any student that we were mentoring and suggest to them what the parent thought that they should be. All of our
Beautiful.
students come already equipped with an individual mind and a
Mm,
desire where they express to us what they want to be. So I can't really comment on that. Never experienced that. Maybe in
that
the
is
future I
beautiful.
will, but we haven't yet.
That is beautiful. That is very good to hear. And my last question to you is, what inspired you to become a philanthropist?
My life's work. I realized probably in my mid 30s that I was put on this earth to give back. And I say this in my affirmations most every morning, that my goal is to strive to be all that I can be and to be the person that God has made me to be on this face of this earth, and to allow me, Coach Stephanie, to be the individual that help others reach their destiny. It is something I was born with. It is something that I do, and it's going to be something that I will do for the rest of my life.
Hmm, that's awesome. That is so beautiful. Wow. Is there anything that you would like to leave the viewers or listeners?
Sure. We are just one nonprofit that mentors and provide guidance and scholarship support. But there are many, many other nonprofits out there similar to what we do. So if for some reason you cannot reach out to Secret Miracles Inc., look in your local neighborhood, look in your local community, acts at your church, go online and just Google nonprofits, education, because there are million of us out there that are dedicated individuals that want to see students succeed in their future. And with that being said, if you take a chance and get a good mentor that has the skills, the knowledge, and the abilities as far as education and life experience, you cannot go wrong.
Mm,
So once again, I would like to say it to you, and I'm talking to the students, I'm talking to young adults who may or may not know that they can go to college, they can become an entrepreneur. Take a chance, reach out to Secret Miracles or some other qualified nonprofit, or go to SBA administration SCORE. I mean, the SCORE organization is that in Atlanta. I believe it's just scoreatlanta.org. Reach out
mm,
to them and say you're looking for a mentor to help you with your business. There
yeah.
is assistance available. There is free assistance available. And it's up to you, individual, to seek it
Mm,
out and go after it and get the assistance that you need.
wow. That is so inspirational and so sincere. You can't go wrong with that. You have to try it out. If you are serious about where you want to go and you need direction, you need guidance, it's right here with secretmiraclesinc.org. Thank you so much, Miss Ernise Cummings. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you spending time on Beyond Boardroom Business. And please come back for future follow-ups to see so we can find out what's going on with you and your world and your philanthropy world and with Secret Miracles.
Definitely. I would like to come back probably in the next couple of months and
Yes.
showcase our Future Leaders program that
Oh,
we
yes.
just set up. I think that would be a positive podcast for others to see. So
Yes.
if you would have us back, we would definitely be back.
Oh, most definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much. I enjoyed this time. And again, Can't wait to see you come back next time. Thank you. Take care. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right, everyone. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was so inspirational. I mean, what do you do with your 24 hours? We see what Mrs. Ernise Cummings does. I mean, as I mentioned, she doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. If you are seriously looking for guidance, if you are ready to make a difference in your life, I mean, I don't know what else I can suggest other than checking out secretmiraclesinc.org. So again, this is Coach Stephanie, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and please come back for the next one. And until then, stay inspired, stay curious, and stay motivated. This is Coach Stephanie, Beyond Boardroom Business, and I'm out.